NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Uses the stiff arm, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the play fake. Winkler under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
And if you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A handoff to Farrow. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 2nd down, Winkler. Room to run past midfield. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, and the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Let's go. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Nothing here.
A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This is the tight end Fant. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Williams. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winkler, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Room here to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Yeah, what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Winkler. Out of the backfield, complete to Farrow. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Winkler. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Winkler. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Winkler, open man. He completes it to Judy. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Winkler. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Broncos send out their punter now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back to throw. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after. This when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Handoff comes to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 155 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him. Credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Connects with Peoples-Jones. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.